Good morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I woke up this morning just full of anxiety. I actually started crying as soon as I opened my eyes. I just feel like my to-do list is never ending, and once I get a few things accomplished, 10 more things pile on, and I'm just adjusting to my new life as single mom, single woman, and it's not easy. But of course, I felt 1,000% better after this workout. Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. It's Carol here, and I'm looking for a high protein lunch. I went to CrossFit this morning. It is almost 12:30. I have just been drinking my water all morning. I had a Zoom meeting, and now I am ready to eat. But I would love to take a shower, but I'm really hungry and I want to get this started. I'm going to make my homemade seitan. I haven't had this in a long time. It's a great way to get some extra protein in your diet. I have active, athletic teenage boys, and they also love this recipe. It's a great chicken substitute or beef substitute. If you've ever had seitan, it's a very dense source of protein. It's low in calories and it's really easy to make at home. You can buy it in the stores, but it's usually loaded with sodium and it has a bunch of mystery ingredients in it. But when you make it at home, you know exactly what's going into it, and you know that you can feel good about feeding it to yourself and your family. I snacked on a bowl of broccoli that was left over from dinner last night, and now I'm eating some purple sweet potatoes that I put in the air fryer yesterday because I'm really hungry, and this takes a while to make, but I'm gonna have it with my dinner probably. As soon as it's done, I will definitely start eating it. I have a can of chickpeas with the liquid. I'm just gonna put that in my blender. A teaspoon of garlic salt. You can use less if you want. I'm going to use a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. This really gives it that chickeny flavor, and a teaspoon of better than bouillon. You could use a bouillon cube also. I have some water boiling in the pot behind me, just getting ready to steam this. I'm going to use 2 cups of vital wheat gluten. I buy this on Amazon because it's hard to find locally. It's just Anthony's vital wheat gluten, non-GMO. So vital wheat gluten is just the protein that's been removed from wheat. So it's like pure protein. A quarter cup of this has only 110 calories, but it has 23 grams of protein. So that's really a compact source of protein. I'm gonna add my bean mixture. This is super flavorful with all of those spices we put in there and the bouillon. I'm just gonna add that to the wheat gluten. And that is it. So easy, packed with protein. And I love adding a can of chickpeas because it really adds that fiber too. Just kind of kicks the health up even more. And it gives it a little bit of a softer texture, not quite so chewy. Okay, I'm just gonna mix this together. And this comes together really quickly. Okay, there's only one way to get in there. You think it's not gonna come together, and then all of a sudden it starts to make a dough and all the liquid is absorbed. What do you call it? A mixer, stand-up mixer with a dough hook, or if you have a food processor with a dough hook. I've never had either of those, but that would be perfect in this scenario. I've done it in my food processor before, and I have a video about that, but I prefer blending the beans in the Vitamix so they're super smooth. It just makes a better texture of the seitan when it's done. My water is boiling away. I have a steamer basket in the bottom of that, and I'm just gonna divide this into 2 and wrap it in parchment and steam it for about an hour, like 30 minutes on each side. You could divide it into little chunks and boil it in like a broth. I've never done that before. Okay, so it makes a very stiff dough. When you push your finger in, it springs back. And I'm just gonna cut it in half. and wrap it. Oop, I'm kind of short on parchment, but it's okay. This is very forgiving. Some people wrap it in parchment and then in foil, and it does not have to be airtight, I find. It works out fine. Even if it gets a little wet, it still works out fine. So I am just wrapping each piece in parchment. Just making it into like a little loaf shape. And this one is going to be interesting. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, I will show you. I'm going to drop them into the steamer. Woo. Hot. Hot. Okay, I'm going to steam them covered for about an hour. I'm going to flip them over in 30 minutes and watch the water level. If you've got it on high boil, it will completely disappear and you will burn your pot. I've done that so many times with this recipe because I'm notorious for putting that in there and then completely forgetting about it. So I am going to set an alarm on my phone for 30 minutes and I will come back because I think that water will last 30 minutes. Anyway, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, now I'm just putting some green beans. Shake them dry. Sprinkle with garlic salt into the air fryer. Okay, these are ready to be flipped. You flip these guys over. They're getting really firm already, which is perfect. Woo, that's hot. Woo, and the water level looks okay for now. The green beans are done. These are so good. They're like French fries. Amazing. I'm gonna eat all those right now for sure. And look what else I made. I cut up the rest of my watermelon radish, my last green pepper, shredded some carrots, and I've got these beautiful tomatoes so I can make a delicious salad. I made some more potato ranch, so thick and delicious, but I made it with those roasted purple sweet potatoes. I just dumped them in the blender with the half a block of tofu and all my seasonings, and it's really good. It's got a little sweet hint to it. So this is gonna be a delicious salad. I've got a big box of spring mix. I'm not super hungry from all the snacking I'm doing. Definitely gonna eat these guys right now and hop in the shower. Don't let me forget I have this guy on the stove. Okay, I was too scared to leave the seitan cooking on the stove, so I thought it would be a good time to introduce you to Butter. So I have 5 cats. Butter is my most recent addition. He's the kitten, even though he's super fat. About 2 months after my husband died, we had just had a celebration of life, and it was the very next day. I was walking my mom out to her car, and I heard this little mew, 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 mew in the bushes. And my mom was like, "No, Carol." And I went and reached in there, and I pulled out baby Butter. And he was just a tiny kitten. He had no microchip, and he was no tag, and he was no collar, and no one claimed him. So I said, "Okay, Butter, you're sticking with me." And everyone was like, "Carol, you're crazy to have another cat." But as soon as we got him, he fit right in. It was like he was meant for us. All the other cats that are kind of grumpy and sedentary, Butter got them all playing and zooming around the house and wrestling, and he's super bonded to me. He makes biscuits on me and tries to, suckle on my arms and stuff. He loves to suck on my fingers. I'm trying to break him of that habit, but he sleeps with me every night, and I just am so happy that he found us. I'm so happy he chose us. I laugh about it because my husband would have been like, "No way, he's going to the Humane Society. We do not need another cat." So he played his cards right, and he caught me on a good day, right? So anyway, we love Butter so much, and we're so happy that he is a part of our family. Okay, the seitan is done, and look at how meaty it is. It kind of comes apart like actual meat. You can rip it like this into tenders. It's very hot, but you can see that it's got like a grain to it, just like actual meat. Yes, it's delicious and chewy. It's got a meaty texture, super flavorful. You can coat it in barbecue sauce, you can make it in a stir fry. Yum, so good. You can slice it thin and make like a turkey sandwich out of it. You can serve it as a roast on your holiday. You can put it in a stew. So many different things you can do with this. Literally, you can chop it up really fine and make like a chicken salad sandwich. Super inexpensive protein source. If you're trying to get more protein in your diet, you can only eat so many beans and tofu. Seitan is a great choice. You'd want to stay away from vital wheat gluten if you are gluten sensitive, of course, if you have an allergy, or if you have celiac disease. But most other people tolerate wheat gluten just fine. This is so good. I'm actually hungry now. It is almost 3 o'clock. I'm gonna make myself a salad with all of my toppings and put some of this on top. Let me know in the comments if you've ever made your own seitan and what your experience was. I've made it plenty of times, and this is the easiest recipe I found, the most flavorful. A lot of recipes have liquid smoke, or tons of other ingredients, which are delicious and fine, but this one I feel like it's really easy to make. It's not too sticky of a dough, and steaming it I find gives the best texture. I'm ready for a salad. I'm putting some spring mix in this bowl. I ate that pound of green beans and the purple sweet potatoes and the bowl of broccoli, but I'm hungry again. I have a big bowl of spring mix. It's so much easier to eat if you chop it up. So I love to just chop it up with my kitchen scissors. And then when you're stuffing it in your mouth, you don't get dressing all over your cheeks. If you're looking to get more protein in your diet, if you are an athlete or a bodybuilder, or if you're older, research is showing that people over the age of 40, 50, 60 need more protein in their diet. They can get some muscle wasting after a while. Unfortunately, that's one of the fun things about getting older, is that your muscles tend to shrink. And that is the last thing you want. You need to be able, if you fall down, to get yourself up again. I've got some of these beautiful watermelon radishes that I chopped up earlier, my green pepper, and lots of chopped carrots. Oh, this looks so good. I'm so glad that I prepped that stuff earlier. That just makes my life so much easier. I've gotten everything on my list done today already, and it's 3 o'clock. I just have one more phone call to make. So that is a really great feeling. That means that I can, if I still have energy after that, start tackling tomorrow's to-do list. I've been only putting 3 things on my to-do list every day because I've been feeling a little overwhelmed with life, and so limiting myself to 3 things a day, and it just makes me feel more accomplished. It gives me a reason to celebrate, and I usually have energy left over to get more done. But on the days where I'm not really feeling it, I do my 3 things and I'm officially off the clock. Okay, this looks so good. Look at my lavender potato ranch made with the purple sweet potatoes. It looks kind of funny, but it tastes delicious. I'm gonna put some of this on top. Ooh, I have some of those pickled beets left. Oh, lots of pepper. Okay, look at that deep red liquid. Yummers. This is from Pacific Pickle Works in Santa Barbara, and these are spicy pickled beets. They are so good. I'm putting the rest of them on my salad. These are just amazing. I need to learn how to pickle beets like this. I would love to learn how to ferment foods, how to make my own sauerkraut, pickled beets, things like this. So good. And I love that it has a little spicy kick to it. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, I am gonna eat my afternoon salad and I will catch up with you later. Okay, it is almost 8 o'clock. I just ate a bag of these edamame. I ate the whole bag myself. I microwaved another bag for the boys. They're gonna have this with their dinner. I just wanna thank you guys so much for watching. I haven't been super hungry today probably because I ate all that seitan after I made it. It was so good and I just couldn't stop myself. And I had that big salad, that was delicious. The edamame was perfect. I've just been drinking lots of ice water, and I think that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I just wanna thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps my channel to grow and reach more people that are like-minded and that are on a similar kind of health journey. I wanna reach as many people as I can with this message that a whole food, plant-based diet is really the best way to go. So thanks again for your support, and I will see you in the next video.